Comment below saying I subscribed, and we will do our best to reply to every comment.
I'm Big Mike.
Welcome to Big Guy Treadmill Review.
I'm 6'4". I clock in at 298 pounds. Do not forget to like and subscribe.
Dude, this is cool. It stops with me. That's so nuts. Dude, this is the craziest thing. My kid would love this. Hi, this is Big Mike with Big Guy Treadmill Reviews and Bikes. And today, we're going to talk to you about the 3G Cardio Elite RB X. Now, this is the new model that they just came out with, and there's a few things that make it a little bit different. So, the biggest one would be connectivity through Bluetooth. You have the FTMS Bluetooth in here that's going to allow you to connect to certain apps, Zwift being one of them. There are others, but that's for you to discover whatnot. I don't want to go too much into that version of the tech yet, but it is a very cool feature. What's unique about that is it does allow for the Bluetooth to adjust your actual resistance and control the console. So if you don't have the FTMS Bluetooth, you actually just get connectivity, but you don't actually get the ability to truly connect. You'll just get a data exchange or things of that nature. So a really cool feature, and what was nice about it is that they did this upgrade and they did not increase price a cent. So their old model was a very, very successful selling bike. It's a very comfortable bike, and I want to go over a few features that make it so comfortable. So footprint, it's only 49 inches long. This is a very, very small bike, and there's reasons for that. The drivetrain on the bike actually has a V-belt drive system that brings the drivetrain underneath the seat, allowing for a very narrow Q factor. When I get on there and start pedaling, I'll go over that a little bit more. But Q factor is the space between pedals, right? When we ride mountain bikes or any type of bike, the pedals are usually very narrow, and unfortunately in a lot of recumbent bikes, when you get on them, you have a ton of space because of the drivetrain and flywheel and servo motor and all this stuff, framing, that actually makes it super wide, and you feel like you're pedaling outside of your hips, which is a very uncomfortable feeling. Not here. Right? So you do have some curvature on the crank arms as well, which helps with your heels clipping off the flywheel or off of the crank arms. Very common issue with flat crank armed bikes. The adjustability. Adjustability wise, we would, in the middle here, would allow us to adjust forward and backward. On the side, I can actually flip this, and that's going to give me the adjustability to the seat. This is another factor here that's very unique to 3G Cardio. Reading the reviews online, we noticed that there was some criticism about a gap at the back of the seat and the actual backrest, the mesh infinite airflow backrest, I think is what they have it labeled. Now, with that said, they listened to their customers and they came out with this block here that actually goes and pushes the seat forward, eliminating that gap where people were feeling it uncomfortable on their tailbone. It's just kind of cool to see, as you read through reviews, a company listen to their customers and actually connect with them and then do this for free. They didn't charge for this, they just did it. Again, we had to do a little research to get to that point, but it is really kind of cool because there's not a lot of companies that do that sort of thing and actually listen to a review. They would just be unaffected by it, change the name of the bike, and then they would just move on. But they didn't do that. One more thing that's unique about this bike is that it has a third adjustment. So a lot of us can go fore and aft. We can recline backwards. This can actually tilt the entire assembly. And I found that tilting this back can actually feel a lot different. So instead of being a quad-driven cycle, we can actually feel a little bit more in our hamstrings and things of that nature. If you have bad knees, leaning back and tilting the assembly backward could actually be quite comfortable. So now what I want to do is I actually want to get on it. Moving it around also just should be pointed out, it does have a handle on the back. This is a very common feature with recumbent bikes, but it is very, very light in that sense and easy to move. It's easy to roll. It has rollers in the front. Roll it around. It's small. That always helps. So stepping over the bike, it does have a little half step right there. Just an interesting thing to note just because a lot of companies will really hit that full step through. All these bikes have like little notches for you to easily lift your leg up and over. It shouldn't be a struggle there, but that was part of getting a narrow Q factor and having a more comfortable pedal. They had to because the belt actually comes through here. So you can't have a full step through, but it's a very low step. Pedals. This is huge. These pedals are oversized and they actually encompass more than just the ball of your foot. Kind of a nice thing to be able to actually get up to the middle of my feet. I mean, I wear a size 13 shoe. It's not the biggest shoe, but I mean, these things are oversized. They're very easy to use. We simply pull this out, push this in, typical of a commercial bike. And these are light commercial quality bikes. Obviously the price point is a little bit higher than some of these $1,000 and under bikes, but you do get quality behind that, right? So I do like the way that these adjust. It's super easy. Come in here, adjust my leg out. I want to come back just a little further, lean back, and now we're going to go into pedaling. So what's cool here, and that I noticed right away, and obviously this is probably fresh in my head because we just did the Nautilus, the Schwinn, and I really wasn't fitting. I was actually slamming off the back. I just want to show you guys this. This is kind of cool. I can come back even further, and this is crazy. My knee is fully locked out. I would say you could probably be 6'6", 6'7", and fit on this bike comfortably, maybe even 6'8", which is a really absurd range. I mean, it's just awesome. You want that. And again, that makes sense, right? Being a commercial bike, it can go very short here, right? So it can probably encompass a much shorter person. Again, these are the little features that you pay for when you get a nice bike like this. So I want to get in here. I'm going to hit start. Now what's cool is I can actually do it with my fingers out here. I can do plus on this side, minus on my left-hand side, and go up and down in resistance. Feeling it with no resistance, which it starts. Boom, hit start. We have no resistance on it, 16 levels of resistance, right? Very smooth feeling, really light, kind of like flings around just to show you. Boom, it's just spinning really, really easily. And that's actually kind of a cool thing with the 3G, by the way. You can stop pedaling and you can actually kind of still feel the flywheel in there moving, kind of just like a mountain bike would, right? So you don't have to, if you stop pedaling, it doesn't keep cranking around. So what I want to do is crank up the resistance. They have this dial here. We're just going to twist, go up to like 5. It's dead silent. It is a mechanical resistance. And again, I hear the whining and stuff from other bikes that we're doing reviews on. It makes sense. They're going to use a much nicer servo motor. It's going to be a lot quieter. The magnetic resistance is whisper quiet. I like that. So resistance wise, now I've been going for about 2 minutes here. We probably fast forwarded through. Feeling really good. I'm feeling actually pretty tired. So 5 is actually a really nice resistance. I can't imagine when you go up to 16 what this is like. What's cool is you have a speedometer here too. So it's telling you how many miles per hour you're pedaling. For people who like that, I mean, it's very simple, but really easy to use. There are some good programs in here. I don't want to go into programming. That's something that, again, we will have the specs. 3G Cardio has the specs and everything like that. Something that's very interesting, and I was adjusting, I don't know if you saw that, the seat. The seat is crazy. So we have a contoured seat here. It's very wide. It's actually outside of my cheeks, you know, but I'm actually sitting very, very comfortably in a very nice high density foam. So again, the commercial quality, typical, right? But the mesh back, this infinite airflow back, right? Which sounds so nuts. It really is working. I don't feel sticky on my back. And when I was on the plastic seat backs, I literally immediately felt warm and I felt like my shirt was sticking to my back, which is a gross feeling. I'm in a polo. You normally wouldn't be in that, but it's really comfortable. It's really easy to use. It's giving me great lumbar support. When I push forward like this, I actually can come back just 1 notch, and I feel this more in my quads, but it's still a very comfortable position. Just a nice seat. The thing does have a 350-pound user capacity. It is a light commercial, 7 years on parts, 1 year labor. So, I mean, we know the quality of the bike is there. When we look at the price point too, it's not absurd, right? I mean, we have Life Fitness commercial bikes here that are 5 to 10, 8, 10 grand. So you don't have to break the bank to get a little bit higher end quality, but there are features here that I can definitely tell are worth it. The comfort, the adjustability, very nice. Like I said, I like the pedals. I love the space between. My heels weren't clipping. I didn't really touch on that in the other videos, but I was actually turning my feet outward to try to make sure that my big shoes weren't clipping off of them, even on the, you know, $6,000-7,000 bike. So it's a nice feature. A lot of thought went into it, and you can tell that they take some pride in making sure that their customers are taken care of. So really, really nice bike. If you have any questions on it, things of that nature, feel free to write us. Let us know. We'll do our best to get you answers. Hit the like and subscribe button. It's super important. I go over it in every video, and now I know why. We need those things. It gives us an idea of what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, and we want to bring you more content. So I'm Mike with Big Guy Treadmill Reviews and Bikes. Thank you for choosing us for your shopping.
Comment below saying I subscribed, and we will do our best to reply to every comment.